So the Dodgers open up with yet again another Shohei Ohtani home run into right field off the fellow countryman from Japan, Imagua. The pitch on the way swung on. There's a high fly ball hit by Paez coming in. The outfield is Suzuki. There waiting is Tucker in center to make the catch. So one out. Imagua giving up a home run to start things off here in Chicago. The Cubs going for the sweep against the Dodgers, and Shohei rudely greets him with a home run. So one out, one in, as the Dodgers now lead 1-0 on the leadoff home run by Shohei, and up comes Freddie Freeman. Freeman hitting .310 on the year, 15 home runs and 54 ribbies, slaps it foul down the first baseline. Freeman's on a 14-game hitting streak, hitting .474, 4 doubles with a 1.037 on-base percentage. Pitch on the way to Freeman's a high fly ball. Back goes Tucker to the warning track, to the wall, leaps up and makes the catch at the wall in the ivy. And that'll do it for Freddie Freeman. There's 2 outs, a big high fly ball. And now there's 2 outs in the first. Dodgers lead 1-0. Now comes up Tommy Edman. Edman hitting .293, 3 home runs and 21 ribbies. Dodgers lead 1-0 on a leadoff home run by Shohei. And the lefty Imagua is behind already in this game 1-0. Tommy Edman, career first Shohei, is 4 for 8, 3 home runs and 5 ribbies versus Imagua. Pitch on the way is low. So Tommy Edman wearing out Imagua. 2-0 the count. 1 out. We're only in the first inning, just the start of things. Dodgers leading 1-0. Pitch on the way is taken for a strike, a curveball, so it's 2-1. Two and one the count. The pitch swung on and missed, a splitter. Now the count is 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Edman checking in from the right-hand side of the plate. The pitch swung on and missed, and down he goes. So Imagua gets the strikeout to finish off Tommy Edman, but not before his fellow countryman Shohei Ohtani takes him deep and over the wall in right field for a home run. The score, Dodgers 1, Cubs coming up. For the Cubs, it'll be Crow Armstrong, followed by Suzuki and Bregman, playing third base today. Let's line up the Cubs defensively. In left field, it'll be Happ. Center field, Taylor. Suzuki's in right. Bregman's at third. Swanson's at short. Horner at second base. Bush at first. Kelly is back behind the plate again. And Imagua is on the mound. The DH is Crow Armstrong, and he'll be leading off this inning for the Cubs coming right up. For the Dodgers defensively, it'll be Edman, followed by Paez in center, Tucker in right. Muncy at third base. He's back after getting the night off last night. Betts is at short. Rojas at second base. Freeman is at first. Behind the plate, Fiducia getting his first start as a Dodger. And on the mound, Eric Lauer. The DH Ohtani, as you just saw, go deep for a home run to get the Dodgers out to a 1-0 lead. So the Dodgers trying to desperately break a 5-game losing streak that started on Friday night against the Red Sox and has continued all the way here to Chicago in the first 2 games. Dodgers after today, or have a day off, then tomorrow they'll have a travel day. They'll go to Arizona to take on the Diamondbacks for 3 games on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So we're about ready to start here at Crow Armstrong, followed by Suzuki and Bregman. First 3 hitters up, and if anybody gets on, the catcher, Kelly. The poll question is up. Go ahead, feel free to get your vote in on the poll question. Who will win today's game? Will it be a win by the Cubs and a sweep, or will the Dodgers salvage the last game of this series and break the 5-game losing streak? We'll find out shortly in this game within the next 2.5 to 3 hours. Welcome in, D-Rock. Ohtani's 25th home run, and I think he's even closer, very close to Mookie Betts being the all-time Dodger leader. Here's a home run. Here's a shot hit deep and way out and gone. So I said it right the first time, a home run. A crack off the bat, the first pitch to Crow Armstrong by Lauer, and it winds up in right center, and this game is tied at 1 apiece. So just like that, the Cubs, Crow Armstrong answers back with a solo home run of his own leading off, and we're tied at 1 apiece. So Dodgers lefty, this is a lefty on lefty game. Imanja versus Lowry, both lefties lead off this game with a home run. And now comes up Suzuki. Suzuki's first pitch is taken for a fastball outside for ball 1. Suzuki comes in hitting .274, 19 home runs, 64 ribbies, trying to keep his 22-game hitting streak alive. There's a high fly ball right there in left field as Tommy Edman coming in, Waitings got it for the first out. So 1 out as Eric Lauer now trying to settle down, just as Imandra had to do in the first inning for him, giving up that leadoff home run to Shohei. 1-1 tie in the first inning, and up comes Bregman. Bregman this season in 111 games, hitting .246, 11 home runs and 47 ribbies. The 1-1 pitch on the way is taken for a strike. It's 0-1. Eric Lauer wind up, the pitch is outside, a changeup for 1-1. Pitch, the 1-1, foul. Line down the third base line. One and two, the count to Bregman. Lauer looking down. The windup, the pitch, just a little outside. The changeup for 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Bregman. Lauer looking into this new catcher, Fiducia. He's getting his first start. Hunter Fiducia back as a Dodger. Pitch is fouled away, a cutter, and then count remains 2-2. 1 out, first inning, and 1-1 tie. The 2-2 pitch on the way, swung on and fouled back and out of play on the fastball. Crow Armstrong's 25th home run also. Pitch is swung on and lined. Foul, nice catch there, D-Rock. So Ohtani and Crow Armstrong both hitting their 25th home runs to lead off the game, to get us underway here in the friendly confines in Wrigley Field, Chicago. The 2-2 pitch, just way out. That wasn't just a little outside, that was way outside on the changeup. 84-mile-an-hour changeup, and now the count is full at 3-2. The 3-2 pitch, swung on and lined, foul down the third base line. Bregman hanging in there tough, racking up Eric Lauer's pitch count. He's at 12 pitches, 1 out. Waiting on deck is the catcher Kelly for the Cubs. The 3-2 pitch, Swung on. There's a shot line. Here comes Pages in a hurry. Makes the catch, sliding in the outfield for the out number 2. A nice running, sliding catch. We saw a couple of those dazzling catches in yesterday's game, and he comes back here and repeats it again in the first inning against the Cubs. So 2 outs now in the first inning, as this has come his signature. I guess whenever they make his next bobblehead, they got to make it sliding. That's the new bobblehead right there, sliding on the seat of his pants, catching a ball in the outfield. I'm calling the shot right now. Okay, so we got 2 outs, first inning, and the pitch is taken, fastball for a strike 1. This season, in 84 games, hitting .260, 7 home runs, and 40 ribbies. The 0-1 pitch is taken low on the changeup for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Kelly. 2 outs. We're in the first inning, deadlocked in a 1-1 tie. Both leadoff hitters hitting the home run to start this game off with. Pitch is swung on. There's a high fly ball. In comes Tucker in right. It'll drop in front of him for a base hit, and Kelly's aboard. So with 2 outs, Kelly's aboard, and up comes first baseman Bush to the plate right now. Well said. Very good, D-Rock. Glad I'm saying something well today. Just the start of things here in Wrigley Field. This season, in 113 games, Bush is hitting .241, 14 home runs, and 63 ribbies. It's lefty on lefty action right now with Kelly away from first base. He's going to throw over to make sure Kelly gets back to first. So Eric Lauer came out before the trading deadline, a couple of days before the trading deadline, and said, I like being a Dodger, I don't want to be traded, and he's gotten his wish, and here he is on the mound. The pitch swung on and missed. He was rumored to possibly be put in the trade deal to get Skubal or another player, and Dodgers didn't put him on the in any trade, and let's see how he responds here. We saw how Emmett Sheehan responded, not too well, giving up 5 runs in his first start after the trade deadline. Pitches fouled away and out of play. So hopefully Lauer will have better results. So the count is now 0-2 to Lauer. Dodgers 1, Cubs 1. We're only in the first inning. There's 2 outs in the first, 1 on for the Cubs, and Bush at the plate. Let's see if Lauer can get the strike out right here in this inning. Meanwhile, he's already thrown 18 pitches in this inning. The pitch swung on and fouled back to the backstop. It's a beautiful day for baseball in Chicago, 80 degrees, a slight breeze blowing off of the lake, but not enough to affect balls going out, although we saw 2 home runs already to start this game off. Let's see how it plays out. Lauer checks the runner. The 0-2 pitch, high for ball 1 on the cutter. Dodgers desperately trying to stop this losing streak at 5 before heading out of here to Arizona. It'll be in Arizona Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Tomorrow is an off day, a travel day. The 1-2 pitch swung on. There's a little ground ball hit down to the shortstop, Rojas. He'll throw across to Freeman in time for the out. So the 4-3 putout is in the books, and the Dodgers are out of the first inning. The score after 1 complete inning in Wrigley Field, Chicago. The Dodgers won, the Cubs won. And up for the Dodgers, it'll be Tucker, Betts, and Max Muncy. So those will be the first 3 hitters coming up for the Dodgers. Let's see if anybody gets on. Who's going to be that 4th hitter? 1-1 tie. Let's see how Amangio comes out and responds in this inning after giving up a leadoff home run to Shohei. So Miguel Rojas, he will be the fourth hitter if any of those three hitters, Tucker, Betts, and Muncy, get on. Indeed, Rojas is the spark plug. If you don't get it from him, you'll get the other spark from Kike. But Rojas, when he's in the lineup, without a doubt, good things do happen. And it's nice they kept giving Teoscar the day off and put Edman out there in left field in his place. If you remember in the Red Sox series, they put Edman out there in left field. Oh no, they put Kike, that's what they did. They put Kike in left field and moved Teoscar over to right. So I like the way Roberts has the versatility to use those players like Kike and Rojas and Edman even in key situations to move them to play different positions. Three very key players that can play multiple positions, definitely an asset to have. Okay, so back to live action. Emmanuel back on the mound. The pitch on the way to Tucker is taken outside on the sweeper for ball one. One and 0 the count to Tucker. Pitches high fly ball hit out there. Out goes. Let's see, they got the shortstop Horner coming over to make the catch. So he traveled quite a bit to shallow left field in front of Happ and Swanson. And there's one out. And now we come up to Mookie Betts to the plate. So Emmanuel has now thrown 19 pitches. Pitches taken for called strike one. So both pitchers pitched around 20 pitches, 18, 19 pitches in their first inning. Let's see how they hold up as game goes on. The next pitch was a strike to Betts. Next pitch is outside on the fastball, so it's now 1-1 count. Pitch is swung on and fouled back and out of play on the fastball, and the count is now 1-2. Hey Braxton, welcome in. Good to see you. Let's get the Dodgers back on a winning streak indeed. They need to snap this streak before leaving to Arizona. Pitch is low and outside. It'll be a long, long road trip from Chicago, a flight to Arizona if they don't win today. 2-2 pitch. There's a shot foul back and out of play on the sweeper. Count remains 2-2 to Betts. Pitch on the way is high for ball three. It's 3-2 now. Three balls, two strikes to Betts. One out. We're in the second inning in a 1-1 tie. There's a shot, whack, base hit into left field as Mookie Betts is now aboard with a single to left field. So he greets the first baseman Woodward with a Freddie Freeman dance, and up comes Max Muncy to the plate. So Mookie takes a short lead off of first base. Emmanuel checks over at him. The pitch on the way to Muncy is taken outside for ball one on the fastball. 91 mile an hour fastball. This season in 104 games, Muncy's hitting .253, 21 home runs, and 49 ribbies. Mangia's the 1-0 pitch. Swung on and fouled back and out of play. One and one the count to Mookie Betts. Check that to they throw over to Mookie Betts. Make sure he dives back. He's to first base. It's to Muncy at the plate. 1-1 the count. Base running has been a bit of a issue for the Dodgers in this 5-game losing streak. Guys getting picked off, trying to take the extra base. Let's see if they can put it together today and have a clean day on the bases. Pitch is fouled back. It's now 1-2. One and two the count to Muncy. They throw over there again, making Mookie dive back. Mangia's thrown 29 pitches and 3 balls over to the first base, trying to get Mookie back. One out, one on. 1-2 pitch is foul down first baseline. You're right on that, Braxton. Just wait and see. The Cub fans will not, I'm making a bold prediction right now. They won't show up in the chat until the Cubs take the lead. Let's see if I'm right. Any Cub fan out there, let's see if they're in the chat before that happens. The 1-2 pitch on the way, swung on and fouled back. Mookie with a nice big leadoff over there at first, tempting Mangia to throw over at him. He didn't go for the bait. Mangia with a little ponytail tied back behind his head, kind of looking like a cross between a sumo wrestler and a ninja warrior. Here's a pitch on the way, swung on and missed, and he strikes out Mookie Betts for his second, Max Muncy's, check that, Max Muncy for his second strikeout of the game. A high-riding fastball Muncy couldn't resist, and now there's 2 outs for the Dodgers, 1 on, and up comes Miguel Rojas. In 72 games, hitting .277, 3 home runs and 18 ribbies. What you gonna do, Rojas? The pitch on the way is taken for called strike 1 on the sweeper. So I've already learned one thing. Mangia doesn't have that blazing fastball that we've seen from other pitchers. Fastball clocking at 92, 93 so far. Let's see if he'll crank it up if he's got it in him. The 0-1 pitch swung on. There's a shot, line base hit into left field, and D-Rock is correct again. The spark plug has appeared with the 2-out base hit into left field. D-Rock called it. Miguel Rojas, the namesake of D-Rock, is aboard with a base hit into left field. 2 outs, and Hunter Fiducia makes his first appearance back as a Dodger this season in 61 games, hitting .234, 2 home runs and 12 ribbies. He was with the Dodgers a couple of years ago, left on a trade, and he's back, just came back on Monday. The pitch is taken low for ball 1. So Dalton Rushing will be out with his injury that he's gotten, and see if they can do it with rehab, ACL. There's a pitch swung on and fouled away on the fastball. So the Dodgers went out and got 2 catchers to fill the void. Well, the Dodgers got 3 hits already, Braxton. We're only in the second inning. Let's see if they can continue to work on that. The pitch is low. Ohtani led off with a home run, and now we've got 2 singles in this inning. 1-1 deadlock tie. We're in the second inning. 2 on with 2 outs, and Fiducia waving the bat back and forth at the plate. 2-1 the count. Pitch is high. Fastball 92 miles an hour. It's now 3-2. Meanwhile, LeMahieu has thrown 38 pitches, so he's averaging about 18 pitches an inning. The 3-1 count to Fiducia. The pitch on the way is swung on and line shot. Coming up, Curry is Suzuki to make the catch, and that'll do it for the Dodgers in the second inning. The score after 1.5 in Chicago, the Dodgers won and the Cubs won. So for the Cubs, it'll be Hoerner, Happ, and Swanson, shortstop, coming up, the first 3 hitters. So Eric Lauer in his first inning of work gave up 2 hits, 1 run. Didn't give up a walk, but he didn't get any strikeouts either. So let's see what he does in his second inning of work. Meanwhile, Nemanja, in 2 innings of work, has given up 3 hits, 1 run, 2 strikeouts, and no walks. So these 2 pitchers appear to be going toe-to-toe just like the pitchers last night did. Three hits so far. That's right, D-Rock. 3 hits. Let's go, Eric. Lauer. Let's get a quick 1-2-3 minimal pitch inning. Save the bullpen that's been tired of late. Let's put together some nice innings here at work. Pitch on the way is foul by Hoerner. Fouled away just into the dugout. The Jumbo Jack promotion back in play. 7 strikeouts. If any Dodger pitcher, if the pitchers combine in it, get a free Jumbo Jack for the purchase of a large drink. 0-1 the count to Hoerner, and looks like he's going to go get a new bat. So the Cubs winning on the first game 10-5, winning last night, and trying to put together a win today to get the sweep on the Dodgers. Hoerner waits in, the pitch swung on. There's a ground ball hit. Oh, it just takes apart. Freddie Freeman gets past him as he dove and couldn't get it. And it's into right field, picked up by Tucker and thrown in, and a Cub is on with a leadoff hit. And up comes Happ, playing left field today. Happ comes in hitting .215, 18 home runs and 48 ribbies. Now's a good time for the Dodgers to shoot 2 and get a double play. Lauer looking in, gets the sign. The pitch is taken for strike one on the fastball. 89-mile-an-hour fastball. Lauer checks the runner at first. The pitch swung on and missed. He's now got Happ at 0-2. Nemanja got 2 strikeouts. Eric Lauer still looking for his first in this game. Maybe he'll get it right here, right now. Let's see what he's going to do. 0-2 pitch is low, changeup for ball 1. One and two the count to Happ. 1-1 tie. We're in the second inning. A runner on first. The pitch is outside. The count is now 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch is swung on a high fly ball. In comes, out goes Betts. In comes Edman to make the catch in left field. And now there's 1 out. And up comes Dansby Swanson. In this series, he's 5 for 7, a double, a home run, and 3 runs scored. So Swanson has been wearing out the Dodgers at the plate. He hit a big solo home run yesterday. This season, in 109 games, he's hitting .219, 17 home runs, and 62 ribbies. Almost identical to Ian Happ's .215 and 18 home runs. So with 1 on, 1 out, the pitch is first ball swinging, fouled back and out of play. It's 0-1. So Swanson's definitely flipped the switch. The first 70 games he's hitting .175. In the last 39, he's hitting .290. So he's starting to round up into shape at the plate. And it's Lauer's job to shut him down right now. He'll throw over to first. So 0-1 the count. Swanson waving the bat back and forth. Lauer checks the runner. The pitch taken outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Swanson. The 1-1 pitch swung on and whacked. It's going to go down the line and in the left field corner. Rounding second, rounding third. Let's see if he's going to try to score. The Cubbies, the throw, he's in there. So it's now 2-1. The Cubs take the lead. 2-1 on Swanson. Happ. Check that. That was Horner speeding around the base paths to score on the double in the left field corner. And it's now a 2-1 Cub lead. And up comes Taylor. So Tyrone Taylor now at the plate. Lauer's thrown 31 pitches, swung on and missed a high riding fastball, a cutter. It was a cutter high riding. This season in 68 games, Taylor's hitting .236, 10 home runs, and 28 ribbies. So Swanson doubles home the go-ahead run. Pitch is swung on and fouled away. Right about now, we'll probably get some Cub fans appearing in the chat room. Be ready, D-Rock and Braxton, they're coming now that they got the 2-1 lead. Crow Armstrong waiting on deck. 0-2 the count to Taylor. Lauer checks Swanson at second. The pitch swung on, fouled away. Fisted foul, and he broke his bat on that, so he'll go and get a new bat. Oh, and 2 the count to Taylor. 1 out, 1 on. Cubs lead 2-1 in the second. The pitch is low for ball 1 with a cutter. One and 2 the count. Pitch is swung on. There's a high fly ball. Tucker's there in right field under it. He'll make the catch for the second out. A nice throw in, but moving over to third is Swanson, and now he's at third base. So now with 2 outs, the Cubs have a runner at third. And up comes Crow Armstrong, who greeted Lauer with a leadoff first pitch home run to start this game. So a whole lot of coincidences on that first inning. Lefty Ohtani hits a home run off the lefty Imanja, and the lefty Crow Armstrong hits a home run off of the lefty Lauer, both of them being their 25th home runs of the year. You can't make that up. Meanwhile, the pitch is swung on and fouled away. Cubs lead 2-1, runner at third with 2 outs. Pitch is inside, fastball for ball 1. 1-1 to Crow Armstrong. The 1-1 pitch swung on and missed on the slider, and it's now 1-2. Lauer, meanwhile, has thrown 39 pitches, so he's averaging 20 pitches an inning. That's not good. His 40th pitch is coming right now. Swung on and whacked hard to right field. Tucker watches it go up against the wall. By the time he picks it up and throws it in comes another Cubs run, and Crow Armstrong's at second base with a double. So now the Cubs lead 3-1. That ball was a shot right off the bat. Tucker never had a chance to catch it like he did the one last night. This one was just a rocket and bouncing right off of the ivy. By the time Tucker could field it and throw it in, standing at second base with a stand-up double was Crow Armstrong, and up comes Suzuki. So Lauer is now feeling it. Suzuki coming up. 0 for 1, flied out in his first at-bat. So 2 outs. Cubs still have 1 on, but they got 2 runs in on this inning to take a 3-1 lead. First pitch is a cutter for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on and lined. Nice backhanded catch by Mookie at short, and that'll do it for the Cubs in the second inning, but not before they scored 2 runs in this inning to take a 3-1 lead. The score after 2 complete, the Cubs 3, the Dodgers 1. So Braxton, this is what you're calling on right here. Dodgers coming up to the top of the order. Second time they've faced Umangia. It'll be Ohtani, Pages, and Freeman. And they got to get busy. They can't let the Cubs continue to pull away like they did last night's game. And on Monday night, Cubs winning Monday night 10-5. And they pulled away late in the game on that one. They pulled the same stunt last night after being deadlocked in a 1-1 tie for most of the game until the 6th. Then they pulled away and won that game 5-1 convincingly. So now the Dodgers got to start working early. Don't let this game get away from them. And up comes Ohtani, Pages, and Freeman to make sure that doesn't happen. And if anybody gets on, Tommy Edman. So Edman's hitting in the 4th slot, the cleanup spot today. Tucker's in the 5th, Betts is in the 6th. Take it easy, Braxton. We'll see you when you get back. Hang in there. If you joined us a little late, Ohtani led off this game with a solo home run. The Dodgers led 1-0, but Crow Armstrong came right back in the bottom of the 1st and led off with a home run himself, and it's 1-1. Then the Cubs responded with 2 runs in the bottom of the 2nd, and that's where we're at right now. Cubs 2, Dodgers 1. Quick look of what you may have missed had you not been with us. So Ohtani got his 29th career leadoff home run with the Dodgers, 2nd all-time with the team. I think Mookie's at like 30 or 31. They're not showing what Mookie's at, but he's right on Mookie's heels. So Shohei now comes up to the plate to face Umangia. Pitch is way outside on the slider for ball 1. No doubt Umangia is going to treat and handle Ohtani with care. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 pitch, it's a foul slider, so 1-1's a count. And Ohtani may have broken a bat. Let's see. Nope. Bat's okay. Ohtani hitting .295, 25 home runs on the year. Just hit his 25th in the 1st inning. Umangia, meanwhile, has thrown 41 pitches. The pitch swung on and missed on the sinker. Count is now 1-2. So this game has been pretty much a mirror image of each other, except for the Dodgers didn't score 2 runs in the 1st like the Cubs, so the Dodgers got to answer back with 2 of their own in this inning right here, right now. The pitch is swung on and fouled away on the sweeper. It's now 1-2. Pitch is swung on and missed on the splitter, and that's Umangia's 3rd strikeout, so Ohtani's out. So with 1 out, up comes Andy Pages. Pages flied out in his 1st at-bat. Pitches, 1st ball swinging, base hit, whacked in by a dive past a diving Swanson at short, and Pages is aboard. And up comes Freddie Freeman. So nice shot, hit him where they ain't. And back in the chat is Braxton as Pages is aboard with a shot into left field. So the Dodgers have 4 hits in this game. They out-hit the Cubs last night and lost. Let's see what the pitch is taken low and away on a sweeper for ball 1. Freddie Freeman flew out in his 1st at-bat. 1 out, 1 on. We're in the third inning. Cubs leading 3-1 over the Dodgers. Pitch is swung on and missed on the slider. It's now 1-1. Dodgers desperately trying to snap this 5-game tailspin that started in Los Angeles on Friday night against the Red Sox. So the 1-1 pitch on the way is taken low, sinker for ball 2. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Cubs leading 3-1 in the third inning, but Pages is aboard at first, and let's see if Freddie Freeman can get him home here. The 2-1 pitch is low. The slider, it's now 3-1. And Braxton's calling for a home run right now. Tommy Edman waiting on deck. Three and 1 the count to Freeman. Pages away from first, swung on and fouled away on the sinker. Meanwhile, Mangia has now thrown 50 pitches. So the Dodgers are making him work. That's a good sign right there. Three and 2 the count to Freeman. Pages away from first base. The pitch swung on and fouled away again. Three and 2 the count. The pitch is swung on and fouled away behind. So it's a count remains at 3 and 2. Freddie Freeman has gotten 7 pitches off of Mangia. He's making him work and rack up that pitch count. Dig into that Cubs bullpen one way or another. Pitch is swung on. There's a high fly ball that'll drop base hit in front of Taylor in center, and Pages is at second. Freeman is at first with 1 out. So with 2 Dodgers on, they got to escape that double play that's come up and killed him in this 5-game losing streak in key situations, and this is a key situation right now. Tommy Edman to the plate. We got a runner in scoring position. Dodgers trailing 3-1 in the third inning with 2 outs, with 2 on and 1 out. Pitch is fouled away. So just don't hit into a double play. That's all I'm imploring right now. Waiting on deck is Tucker. Mangia has now thrown 54 pitches. The 0-1 pitch to Edman is low for ball 1 on the splitter. 1 ball, 1 strike to Edman. 1 out, 2 on. We're in the third inning in a 3-1 Cubs lead. Pitch is swung on line, shot foul down the third base line. That'll work indeed, Braxton. Just little base hit here, little base hit there. Drive them any way you can get some runs. As that was a high pitch that Freddie Freeman swung on, and it blooped into center field for a base hit. Okay, back to Edman at the plate. 1 and 2. It's taken for called strike 3. So down he goes on strikes. He's going to appeal that. That's a Mangia's 4th strikeout. I think he's going to lose that appeal. Let's check the... and he will lose it. And the Dodgers are now down to only 1 challenge left in this game. And up comes Kyle Tucker. So Mangia has now thrown 57 pitches. And we're only in the third inning, so he's more than halfway there on his pitch count. Kyle Tucker now coming up. Tucker popped up in his first at-bat. The pitch is swung on in a high fly ball. In comes the center fielder Taylor. He's there. He's got it for the third out, and the Dodgers are done. The score at the end of 2.5 innings in Chicago, the Cubs 3 and the Dodgers 1. Again, Dodgers have 1 run, 5 hits. The Cubs 3 runs and 5 hits. So the Dodgers are right there toe-to-toe with them on the hit total, but they just can't get that guy to cross the plate. Well, thankfully, the Dodgers still have a few more innings to get some runs in here. They got to hold them at bay. So for the Cubs, it'll be leading off Bregman, Kelly, and Bush. And if anybody gets on, Hoerner. So after today's game, Dodgers will be off tomorrow. It'll be a travel day as they head to Arizona to take on the Diamondbacks for 3 games, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 3-1 Cubs lead. They've scored 1 in the first, 2 in the second against Eric Lauer. Both Lauer and Amangia, the pitcher for the Cubs, have averaged about 20 pitches in an inning. Amangia is almost at 60 in his 3 innings of work, and Lauer is over 4. He's pitched 42 pitches, 41 in his 2 innings of work. So Bregman will be leading off against Lauer as we start the bottom of the 3rd inning. Pitch is taken low for ball 1. The count. The pitcher's a ground ball hit sharply down to Muncy. Nice backhand, long throw to get him at first base. That Muncy's got quite a gun at third base as he nails Bregman running down the line. And up comes Kelly to the plate. Kelly 1 for 1. Lauer's now thrown 44 pitches. You're right, Doc. Doc does need to talk to his millionaires. They're busy counting their money. Good call, D-Rock. Pitch on the way to Kelly, swung on and missed on the fastball. 0-1's the count. So let's see if Lauer can do a 1-2-3 inning. Neither pitcher from both sides has been able to do it yet. The 0-1 pitch. Just a little outside on the cutter for ball 1. One and one the count. To Kelly. The pitch swung on. There's a high fly ball, and left field Edman will handle it, running towards the warning track for out number 2. And there's 2 outs now in the 3rd inning. So nice. Lauer's only thrown 47 pitches. He's only thrown like 5 pitches in this inning. So if he can get Bush, that'll go a long way to keeping him in this game longer as we go on. Again, brass the bullpen. And there's James. Let's go Cubs. Beat the Dodgers. The first Cubby fan appears when it's 3-1 lead for the Cubbies. Pitch is high to Bush for ball 1. So the Cubs winning the first 2 games 10 runs on Monday, 5 runs last night. And James is flexing his muscles, his biceps in the chat as the count is now 2-0 to Busch. Cubs 3, Dodgers 1, 2 outs in the third. Lauer trying to get the Cubs out in order. Pitches taken for called strike one on the cutter. It's now 2-1 on his 50th pitch. Pitch is taken for called strike two as James calling for a home run. It's now 2-2 count. We're in the third inning in a 3-1 Cubs lead game. 2 outs. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and a high fly ball. Back goes Pages to the wall. It's off the wall. He'll field it nicely off of the ivy, and standing at second with a double. So Busch hit a shot almost out, just hitting the top of the ivy. Nicely played by Pages, barehanding it off of the wall, but by the time he did, Busch was in to second base, standing up with a double. Well, Lauer didn't get the Cubbies out in order. Now he's got to concentrate on just getting them out before they score a run. Here's a pitch on the way to Hoerner, taken for strike one on the cutter. So James almost about few feet away from getting what he called a home run. Count is now 0-1 to Hoerner. The pitch is taken for a strike. It's 0-2 now. Nico Hoerner, 1 for 1, single and a run in this game. Cubs with a man at second and Busch in scoring position. 2 outs in the third. The 0-2 pitch swung on and fouled back on the fastball. Count remains 0-2. Lauer's now thrown 55 pitches in this game. The pitch is in the dirt. One and two, the count to Hoerner. Busch is at second, just getting a double in this third inning. There's 2 outs. Cubs leading 3-1. Dodgers trying to snap their 5-game losing streak with Eric Lauer on the mound. One and two, the pitch is swung on and missed, and that'll do it. So Lauer strikes out to end this inning, and that'll do it. The score after 3 complete innings, the Cubs 3 and the Dodgers 1. So Hoerner taking the K on that one to end the inning, leaving Swanson stranded at second base. So at least a small victory there. Cubs did not score a run. For down to that. Looking for silver linings. And for the Dodgers, coming up, it'll be Betts, Muncy, and Rojas in the 4th inning. You can't deny that, James. The Dodgers are getting smoked. I remember 3 days ago, the whole baseball world was saying the Dodgers are unfair and it's not right, and suddenly, now that the Dodgers have been on a 5-game losing streak, we haven't heard it's unfair with the salary, with the big money they're paying. That's the way fans go. That's the way the sporting news world goes. Once the Dodgers start winning again and get on that win streak, then we'll hear the same fans saying Dodgers are ruining baseball. Funny how I haven't heard any of that in the last few games the Dodgers have lost. They only ruin baseball when they win, James. When they lose, they're getting smoked. So as we move to the fourth inning, Betts, Muncy, and Rojas trying to get this Dodger team back in track and in order. Let's look at Amangia's totals here. Amangia has given up 5 hits, 1 run, 4 strikeouts, no walks. Lauer has given up 3 runs, 6 hits, no walks, and 1 strikeout. So very close, lined up, both pitchers. As we move to the top of the fourth, is Imagua now to the mound to face Betts. The pitch is high for ball 1, fastball. One and 0 the count. The pitch is taken for a strike. It's 1-1 on Amangia's 60th pitch of this game. The 1-1 pitch to Betts, whacked, shot. It'll drop in left field, picked up there by Happ, thrown in, and Betts is aboard with a leadoff single. So, with Betts aboard, up comes Max Muncy. And that's the Dodgers' 6th hit of the game, matching the Cubs' 6 hits apiece. But the Cubs got 3 runs, the Dodgers got 1. Let's see if Muncy can flip the scoreboard here, give the Dodgers a crooked number they desperately need. The pitch on the way is taken for called strike 1 on the sweeper. 0-1 the count. Muncy struck out his last time up. Betts away from first. The tying run to the plate. Mangio gets the sign from Kelly. And the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. It's now 0-2. (0-2) to Max Muncy. Mookie away from first. Pitch is swung on and missed, and that'll do it for Muncy. That's Amangia's 5th strikeout of the game. So with 1 out, Dodgers got 1 on. We're in the 4th inning. Cubs 3, Dodgers 1. And up comes Rojas. So Rojas singled in his first at-bat. The pitch is taken for a ball 1. Hey, James, if you remember, how many, talking about my mispronunciations, the pitch on the way is high for ball 1. It's funny that you would call me out for mispronunciations because nobody mispronounced names worse than Harry Carey, and you would know that if you are indeed a longtime Cub fan. So it's a bit of a tip of a cap in the homage to the old Harry Carey. There's a swung on a miss. Pitch on the way. It's his 67th pitch. Let me see if I can. It's 1-2 the count to Rojas. They throw over there to first base. Mookie Betts is back, diving back. One ball, two strikes to Rojas. The pitch on the way, swung on and fouled back and out of play. Shota. Okay, first name Shota. I'm going to start calling him James Shota for the rest of the game. Shota to the mound. Let's see if I'm pronouncing that right. The pitch on the way, swung on out of, fouled away. It's now 1-2. One ball, two strikes to Rojas, one out in the fourth inning. You're right, James, he hasn't, but his legend lives on. Old legends never die. A Hall of Famer, by the way. Pitch on the way is low for ball one. It would have been interesting to really see how Harry Caray would have handled all of the different names that have come into the game since he last broadcast games. So 2-2 the count to Rojas. Shota to the mound. The pitch. Swung on and missed, and down goes Rojas. That's 6 strikeouts for Shota. So at least he didn't hit into a double play. Now looking for silver linings here, and up comes Fiducia, the catcher for the Dodgers, newly acquired, returning back to the Dodgers. He struck out in his first plate appearance. So Shota's now served up 71 pitches, and now Fiducia's to the plate. We're in the fourth inning, 2 out, 1 on. The pitch low for ball 1. One and 0 the count. The pitch taken for strike 1. So Shota's got Fiducia at 1-1 count. 1-1 pitch. There's a ground ball hit sharply down to the second baseman. Hoerner, he'll flip it on over to Bush, and the Cubs are out of the inning as Shota gives a big sigh to the heavens above. The score after 3.5 innings, Cubs 3, Dodgers 1. We move into the bottom of the fourth, where it'll be Ian Happ, Swanson, and Taylor coming up for the Cubs. So this game is 1 hour and 10 minutes old as we move into the bottom of the fourth inning. Tomorrow is a day off for the Dodgers, traveling to Arizona. They'll take on the Diamondbacks for 3 games, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Win, lose, or draw, whatever happens in this game, the Dodgers will be in Arizona on Friday for a 3-game road trip before returning back to Los Angeles. So Lauer on the mound and ready to deal to Happ. As we move to the bottom of the fourth, 3-1 Cubs lead. The pitch is taken, a curveball for ball one. Ian Happ, 0 for 1, fly down in his first at-bat. The 1-0 pitch is taken for called strike one on the fastball, so it's a 1-1 count to Happ. Lauer, 60th pitch on the way. Pitch is outside on the changeup for a 2-1 count. Two balls, one strike to Happ. There's a shot foul. Two and two, the count to Happ. The pitch on the way is way outside and high on the fastball, missing badly. It's now 3-2. The 3-2 pitcher is a ground ball hit sharply down to Muncy, scoops it up, throws over to Freeman in time for the out, and just like that, a 5-3 put out. And there's one out for the Cubs in the fourth inning. Up comes Swanson. This series, he's 6 for 8, 2 doubles, a home run, and 2 RBIs. Dansby Swanson is a one-man wrecking crew wrecking the Dodgers in this series. Let's see if Ian Happ can get him out right now. Dodgers had pitches swung on and fouled back. They had a hard time with Rafaela, the center fielder for the Red Sox, on that 3-game homestand, and now Swanson is taking it to him. So Lauer getting ready for his 65th pitch. It's an 0-1 count to Swanson. The pitch is taken outside the cutter for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike to Swanson. Pitch is swung on. There's a high fly ball moving over his Freeman to look at it. He's under it. He's got it in foul territory for out number 2. So the Dodgers figure out a way to get Swanson finally out. So with 2 outs in the fourth inning, up comes Taylor. Pitch is low, fastball for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Lauer trying to get the Cubs out in order. He almost did it last inning. He didn't give up any runs at least, so that's a step in the right direction. Let's see if he can get them out in order now. The pitch inside for ball 2 on the cutter. Two and 0 the count. The pitch swung on and fouled away. Two balls, 1 strike to Taylor. 3-1 Cubs lead in the fourth inning with 2 outs. There's a pitch fouled down the line on the changeup. Lauer's now thrown 70 pitches, and waiting on deck is Crow Armstrong. So it would behoove Lauer to get Taylor out before Crow Armstrong comes to the plate. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on. There's a shot. It's hooking foul right around the Steve Bartman section. Cub fans, James would know that. Right in the Steve Bartman section to a T. They should commemorate that seat and paint it. I remember years ago in the old Astrodome, Bob Watson hit a home run to deep center field, and they put a big chicken, painted a chicken on that on that seat. They should do the same here in Wrigley Field where Steve Bartman sat. 2-2 the count. The pitch is way high and outside for 3-2. There's two suggestions for you I've given on what they should do. Here's a pitch. It's 3-2. Swung on and whacked into left field for a base hit. And just what they didn't want to do, the Dodgers, they're given, with a man aboard, Crow Armstrong a chance at the plate. Not good. So with 2 outs, 1 on, up comes Crow Armstrong with a chance to hurt the Dodgers yet again. Armstrong 2 for 2. He's homered and he's doubled in this game. The pitch is swung on and missed. Owen won the count to Crow Armstrong. Pitch is taken for ball 1. Thank you, D-Rock. I enjoy having you along for the broadcast. You make it a whole lot more easier with the stats you infiltrate to me on occasion. Here's a high fly ball, and just what I said you didn't want to happen, it happens. It always happens. A home run off of the scoreboard, and just like that, the Cubs take a 5-1 lead. And James will stick around even longer in this chat, as the score is now Cubs 5, Dodgers 1 on the Crow Armstrong 405-foot bomb to right field. Can you believe it? I called it. I told you, you can't. You got to get Taylor out. You don't want to face Armstrong. He's now 3 for 3 in this game. 2 home runs and a double. And what you gonna do, Doc? You didn't trade Sheehan. He gives up 5 runs. And you didn't trade Lauer, and he comes out here and gives up 5 runs. 5-1, Cubs lead. We're in the 4th with 2 outs. The pitch on the way, taken high for ball 1 to Suzuki. So James doesn't like corned beef and cabbage, but he's enjoying the lead today right now. The 1-0 pitch is low for ball 2. So this will be the last game the Dodgers face the Cubs in unless they meet in the playoffs. Swung on and missed. A fastball. 79th pitch for Lauer. So he was so close to getting out the Cubs in order in that inning. Here's a pitch. It's base hit, whacked into left field yet again. It's going in that Steve Bartman left field corner. It'll be picked up by Edman and thrown in, and Suzuki's aboard with a double. So a 2-out double by Suzuki, with the Cubs already leading 5-1 in this game. And that is the 9th hit for the Cubs in this game. And out comes Mark Prior to have a few words with Lauer on Lauer's 80th pitch. And up comes Bregman. He'll be facing Bregman just as soon as this little meeting at the mound is over. And James is already calling it that the Cubs will make the playoffs. So Braxton, you heard it. He's already said that Cubs will make it. So Braxton will have a chance to settle the score if and when they meet in the playoffs. 5-1 Cubs lead. This game's not over by any stretch, but it's looking in dire straits right now. Dire straits. On the 80th pitch by Lauer, 2 outs. With a man at second base in Suzuki, Bregman trying to drive him home. The pitch swung on, and there's a shot, base hit, whacked into left field. Rounding third and coming to score is Suzuki. It's now 6-1 Cubs. So the meeting to the mound by Pryor, the only thing I could figure, he said, just don't give up a double. He gave up a single, and in comes another run. And that's the 10th hit for the Cubs. And D-Rock, you're right. Pitch placement. Cubs now leading 6-1, and in the bullpen for the Dodgers is Henriquez throwing right now. So Kelly to the plate. The pitch is taken for strike on the cutter. So Carson Kelly 1 for 2 with a single. Cubs with 10 hits, 6 runs in this game. Pitch is high for ball 1 on the fastball. Dodgers 1 run, 6 hits and no errors. Cubs 6 runs, 10 hits and no errors. 1-1, 1-1 count. We're in the 4th with 2 outs and 1 on. The pitch is way outside. The changeup missing badly for 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike to Kelly. Pitch is taken for a strike. 2-2. So a midday game. The stadium isn't nearly as packed as it was last night to see Skubal. But the Cub faithful have indeed shown up, but not in the droves that they were last night. Understandably a day game. Pitches swung on and fouled back on the curveball. Count is now 2-2. Waiting on deck is Bush to take his whacks at whomever may be on the mound. 2-2 the count to Kelly. Meanwhile, Lauer's now thrown 86 pitches, and he's about to get 86th himself if he can't get Kelly out. Dodgers desperately want to have him end this inning so they can at least give the next guy in a full inning to work with. Here's a pitch on the way. It's taken low for a full count for a ball. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. So the fact that Skubal only held the Cubs down to 2 runs in 6 innings is a feat in itself, looking at what the Dodger pitchers have done. Pitch on the way, swung on and fouled away. Three balls, 2 strikes. The pitch is swung on and whacked into left field for a base hit, and yet another hit, the 11th hit of this game, given up by Lauer. Now you got runners at first and second, 2 outs. And Roberts and Pryor having a conversation in the dugout. What did you tell him? Last time Doc left someone in this long to get whacked, it was Irving Cole on that Friday night game, the bullpen game against the Red Sox. Dodgers wound up to lose that game, and shortly after, Cole Irvin was sent packing, no longer a Dodger. Michael Busch now steps in, 1 for 2 with a double of his own. So with 2 on, 2 outs, Lauer ready for his 90th pitch. Taken first, ball 1. So they just may leave Lauer in there to pitch 100 pitches and see what they can get out of him. Pitch is low for ball 2. 2 outs, 4th inning, 2 on. Cubs lead 6-1 in the 4th. The 2-0 pitch, a 2 is taken for a strike on the fastball, 2-1. Lauer's 92nd pitch. Two and one. This pitch is swung on and fouled back and out of play. Catcher Fiducia came over to look at it and just watched it go 2-3 rows deep into the stands. So the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes to Bush. 2 on, 2 outs. 6-1 Cubs lead. Silver lining, Dodgers got 5 innings to try to get back in this game. The 2-2 pitch is low. I think Davey Lopes was with a Cub also. Didn't he also, D-Rock, wind up with the Cubs for a short stint? Davey Lopes? Just trying to go back on the memory bank on that. 3-2 the count to Bush. Let's go. 95th pitch coming up right here. Swung on. There's a high fly ball. Dodgers are going to get out of it right here with a catch in the outfield by Edman and left, and that'll do it. But not before the Cubs score 3 in the 4th inning. The score after 4 complete innings. The Cubs 6, the Dodgers 1. Timeout. I'm going to need a little break after that. I'll be right back after this. Okay, back to live action as we move to the top of the 5th inning. It'll be the top of the Dodgers lineup. Ohtani, Pages, and Freeman. And Shota is still out there on the mound for the Cubs. Very good, D-Rock. Thanks for the confirmation of that. 1984 when Lopes was there. The pitch on the way is taken high for ball 1, a fastball. So Ohtani led off this game with his 29th leadoff home run as a Dodger. Dodgers led 1-0. And then Crow Armstrong answered back with a 1-1 tie, and ever since then it's been all Cubs as they lead 6-1. Swung on and missed by Ohtani. Count is now 1-1 on Shota's 76th pitch. Pitch is swung on. There's a shot. It's going to drop in center field for a base hit. And by the time Taylor can pick that up and retrieve it, Ohtani's on first base. So Shohei gets the best of Shota on that one. So the battle between Shohei and Shota. Shohei has a home run and a single, and Shota struck him out once. Pitch is to Pages, taken for a strike on the sweeper. So the count is 0-1 to Pages. Ohtani away from first base. The 0-1 pitch is high on the fastball for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike to Pages. Waiting on deck for the Dodgers is Freddie Freeman. So now would be a good time for the Dodgers to respond back with at least a couple of runs. 1-1 pitch is taken way outside and high for ball 2. Shota's now thrown 80 pitches. 2 balls, 1 strike to Pages. Swung on, and there's a high fly ball moving over Taylor in center to the warning track, to the ivy to make the catch. And Ohtani goes back to first base. So with 1 out, up comes Freddie Freeman to the plate to take his whacks at Shota. Freddie Freeman, 1 for 2 with a single in this game. 15-game hit streak is in check. So he checked that box off in the first inning. The pitch on the way swung on right off of the heels of the bat. The knob of it. Time to get out the rally bat, D-Rock. Where's your rally bat? Shotay's now thrown 82 pitches. Freeman at the plate. Throws over to first base, and Ohtani diving back. That ball came very close to hitting Freeman. How it didn't, I don't know. So 0-1 the count to Freeman. Pitch is swung on and fouled away, and the count is now 0-2 on the sweeper. We're in the 5th inning, 1 on, 1 out. Cubs leading 6-1. The 0-2 pitch to Freeman, swung on. There's a high fly ball moving over as Taylor in center field. To the wall, it's good. Oh, what a nice catch by Taylor, running just in front of Happ to make the catch. Almost collided, the two of them, and they didn't, and there's 2 outs. How they didn't collide, that looked very similar almost to what the Dodgers did in the World Series when Pages caught it over Kike. That's the closest comp I can give it, as center fielder Taylor on the move had a beat on that. And now with 2 outs, 1 on, Tommy Edman to the plate. There's a shot foul down the third base line. So the Dodgers, Tommy Edman, 0 for 2, struck out in his 2 plate appearances. The 0-1 pitch is swung on and fouled away. nice Steve Garvey pull there, D-Rock. I got this little bat here autographed by the Garv. I don't know if you can see that. There's a ground ball hit sharply down to the second baseman. Horner going over to too late. The throw at first as Edman ran hustling down the line. Probably would have been best had Swanson, the shortstop, taken that, because Horner moved into his territory on the shortstop side and tried to throw against his body and didn't have much on the throw. And now the Dodgers, as Ohtani moved over to second base, got runners at first and second with 2 outs, and up comes Kyle Tucker. So Tucker can definitely, if he can hit a home run here and grace himself to the fans in Los Angeles. Tucker 0 for 2 with a pop out. The pitch on the way, check swing, no swing. It'll be on the sweeper, so it's 1 ball, no strikes. One and 0 the count to Tucker. The pitch swung on and a high, lazy fly ball. In comes Tucker Taylor to make the catch in center field. So Taylor's got it, and that'll do it for the Dodgers in the 5th inning. The score after 4.5 in Wrigley Field, the Cubs 6, the Dodgers 1. For the Cubs in the bottom of the 5th, it'll be Horner, Happ, and Swanson coming up. And if anybody gets on, Tyrone Taylor. Seven stranded. Ooh, not good at all. Thanks for the stat there, D-Rock. 7 men left on base. Kind of, let's see, with the Dodgers now. Wow. Yep, you're right. 8 hits the Dodgers have. They only have 1 run in. So that stands to reason. Nobody's picked off. So Henriquez will replace Lauer. He'll be on the mound to face Horner. And now Dodgers going to make a little change here defensively. Kike is into the in the lineup defensively. So looks like Doc is waving the white flag here. What do you think, D-Rock? He's now put Kike in at first base in place of Freddie Freeman. First pitch on the way to Horner, sinker for strike 1, a 100-mile-an-hour sinker. Oh, and 1 the count to Horner. The pitch is taken for called strike 2, the slider. Dodgers have yet to get the Cubs out in order in this game. They came close, but close isn't good enough. In fact, the Dodgers have only shut down the Cubs once, and that was in the third inning from scoring. They've scored every inning besides that. 1 in the first, 2 in the second, and 3 in the fourth. 0-2 the count remains to Hoerner in a 6-1 Cubs lead game. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on. There's a little ground ball. Can't get it. Moving over quickly. He can't. Oh, Muncy can't pick it up. So it got just by Hernandez. Muncy tried to barehand it and couldn't. And Cubby is aboard in Hoerner. So the Dodgers will continue to not get the Cubs out in order. And up comes Ian Happ, the left fielder. Happ's 0 for 2, flied out and grounded out. Henriquez has thrown 4 pitches. He's already got a man on. Let's see if he can double up Happ here. Plate umpire is going to call timeout. Come out from behind the plate. The pitch on the way to Happ is way inside on the fastball. 101 mile an hour fastball for ball 1. Well, Braxton, they've gotten 8 hits today. And they got, what did they get, like 9 hits last night? 1-0 pitch is, but as far as scoring, the bottom line, yes, you are right if you want to say that. Because with base running blunder errors that they've done and also the lack of scoring, but the hits have been there. 2-0 the count to Happ. Pitch is taken for a called strike 1 on the cutter. 2 balls and 1 strike. Pitch is swung on and fouled back. Two and two the count to Ian Happ. 1 on, no outs. We're in the 5th inning. Cubs lead 6-1. Swung on and missed on the high riding fastball, so Henriquez strikes out Happ, his first strikeout of the game. Dodgers only have 2 strikeouts so far collectively. Only 2 in this game. The pitch swung on and fouled away. We're in the 5th inning. So Eric Lauer got 1 strikeout in 4 innings of work, and Henriquez has gotten 1 in a 3rd inning of work. Oh and 1 the count to Swanson. Swanson, a one-man gang, wearing the Dodgers out this series. There's a ground ball foul, sinker 99 mile per hour, and it's 0 and 2. The 0-2 pitch is low and it gets away from Fiducia and over to take the second base. So now the Cubs got a runner in scoring position on the ball that Fiducia couldn't handle. Horner's at second. Swanson to the plate. The 1-2 pitch is swung on and fouled away. You could be right there, D-Rock. The Doc Irvin curse will forever be the start of this 5-game slide that is a few outs away from being a 6-game slide. Slider taken for a ball. Let's see what they're going to do. Challenge here coming up. So Fiducia challenging this, and let's see, is it going to be just by the skin of a skin? Indeed, a strike and a strikeout. Henriquez' second strikeout of the game. So that was very close. So now the Dodgers collectively have 3 strikeouts, 2 for Henriquez in 2/3 innings. Lauer's got his 1 in 4 innings of work. And with 2 outs in the 5th inning and 1 on, up comes Tyrone Taylor. Again, get Tyrone Taylor out. Don't let Crow Armstrong come to the plate. Here's Henriquez's pitch is taken for called strike 1. I said it the last time when Eric Lauer was in there pitching, and Crow Armstrong promptly put a ball in the seats in right field. Handle your business right here, right now. Oh, it hits him. Can you believe that? He hits him, and now up comes Crow Armstrong with a runner in scoring position. So Crow Armstrong wearing the Dodgers out today. 3 for 3, 2 home runs and a double. He can go for the cycle if he can get the triple and a single. It's possible. Crow Armstrong, 3 for 3, hitting .289. Comes up facing Henriquez. Righty on lefty action. 2 outs in the 5th. Swung on and missed. 100-mile-an-hour fastball. So Henriquez is just going to show no fear and come right at Crow Armstrong. Look at me now. Here we go. Man-on-man action. Swung on and fouled away on the 95-mile-an-hour cutter, and suddenly it's 0-2. Dodgers have not allowed a run in this inning. We're in the 5th, trailing 6-1 to the Cubs. Henriquez has struck out 2 of the Cubs in this inning, so he can strike out the side right here if he can go after Armstrong and get him. He's got him 0-2 right now. The 0-2 pitch. Swung and missed. He did it with a high riding 102-mile-an-hour fastball. So the Dodgers get out of the inning, not allowing any runs. The score at the end of 5 complete innings in Chicago, the Cubs 6, the Dodgers 1. So the Dodgers have 8 hits, 1 run, 8 hits. The Cubs 6 run, 12 hits. They've doubled up their run to hit ratio. And up for the Dodgers comes Mookie Betts, Muncy, and Rojas. Let's see if Shota is going to still be allowed to stay in the game. As we move to the 6th inning. Indeed, a few. Good way to put it, D-Rock. That was indeed a few. So the Dodgers now, 1, 2, 3, 4, they're down to their last 4 innings. It'll be Ferguson coming in now for the for the Cubs to face Mookie Betts. Ferguson pitched earlier in this series. David Ferguson, left-hander, 30-year-old, 6'6", 240-pounder out of Denver, Colorado. Is called on to take over for Shota right now. So we can close the books on Shota's work this afternoon. He ends up pitching 5 innings, giving up 8 hits, 1 earned run, 6 strikeouts, 1 home run, and leaves with a 3.60 ERA. So nice work by Shota to keep the Dodgers in check as we move to the 6th, and Mookie Betts coming to the plate. No, did not, Braxton. No others relief pitchers came in. They did get the 2 catchers. So I think that was all they did. 2 catchers and a pitcher. And then's Tyler Ferguson. Pitch is taken right down the middle of fastball, 96-mile-an-hour fastball for a strike. Mookie Betts is 2 for 2 in this game. The 0-1 pitch, swung on, there's a line shot just over a leaping Swanson and into left field, and Mookie Betts is aboard. He's now 3 for 3. So let's see if the Dodgers can get something started now against the new pitcher in Ferguson. So 2 pitches by Ferguson and 1 hit. Let's see what Muncy can do. 1 on, no outs. We're in the 6th inning. Dodgers trailing 6-1. The pitch is taken for strike 1. That's a challenge. It should be. Dodgers won't do it. It'll be a 0-1 count to Muncy. Save the challenge. 0-1 the count to Muncy. We're in the 6th and a 6-1 Cub lead. Pitch is way in the dirt for ball 1 on the slider. It's 1-1. Miguel Rojas waiting on deck. So Ferguson was a late acquisition by the Cubs from the A's. And the 1-1 pitch on the way to Muncy, swacked hard to right field, but Suzuki's there to glove it for out number 1. 1 out in the 6th, 1 on. Cubs leading 6-1, and up comes Miguel Rojas, the instant spark plug. 1 for 2 with a single. This game is nearly 2 hours old. 3 minutes from being 2 hours old. Ferguson throws over to first, diving back is Betts. Pitch on the way to Rojas is taken for strike 1 on the cutter. It's now 0-1. Kyle Hurt warming up in the Dodger bullpen. Rojas waiting in. Pitch is swung on and missed. 0-2. Oh, 2 the count to Rojas. One out. We're in the sixth with one on. Pitch is swung on and missed. A high riding fastball out of the strike zone. And down goes Rojas. That's Ferguson's first strikeout. And up comes Fiducia, the catcher. Hunter Fiducia, newly acquired. It's his first start as being reunited with the Dodgers. Was with them in 2024, and he's back with them now. The pitch is swung on and fouled away. It's now 0-1. Won the count to Fiducia. The pitch swung on and fouled away. Now 0-2. So the Dodgers are one strike away from wasting a leadoff base hit by Mookie Betts. You're right. On the money, D-Rock. The Cubs got a deal with the Brewers down the stretch. The 0-2 pitch on the way is taken outside for ball one on the changeup. One and two, the count to Fiducia. The pitch is taken outside for ball two. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs for the Dodgers in the 6th inning, trailing 6-1 to the Cubs. 2-2 pitch swung on. There's a high fly ball waiting for it is Taylor in center field near the warning track to make the catch, and that'll do it. The score after 5.5 innings: Cubs 6, Dodgers 1. For the Cubs, as we move into the bottom of the 6th, it'll be Suzuki, Bregman, and Kelly leading off. And if anybody gets on, Bush, the first baseman. Rough game to be a Dodger. Rough game to be a fan of the Dodgers, as they've gotten 9 hits in this game and only 1 run. Meanwhile, the Cubs have gotten 12 hits and 6 runs. Well, I would tend to agree with you, Braxton. Keep in mind, it's the starting pitchers that have let down the Dodgers in this 5-game losing streak at times. In other words, today's game, you can tag that on the starters. It's the ones that Emmett Sheehan pitched, tag that on the starter. Skubal pitched well, just didn't get the runs in. So they can't blame that on the starters or the bullpen. I guess the bullpen did give up some runs, but when you only give up, well, you're right. They did give up. It was 2-1 and 5-1. So yeah, that would be tagged on the bullpen. The last night's loss, losing 10-5 the first night. Yeah, could see it. So bullpen definitely a concern. Still don't know why. Didn't get an explanation why out of Doc. Why did he put in Reyes in last night to pitch, and then he gave up home run, and guess he felt he needed the work. But anyways, Kyle Hurt is now on the mound. Pitch to Suzuki's taken for strike one. Suzuki 1 for 3 with a double and a run. We're in the 6th inning in a 6-1 Cub lead. Swung on and missed on the changeup. It's now 0-2. Oh, 0-2 the count. Pitch is way in the dirt for ball one on the changeup. 1-2 to Suzuki. That's right. You got two still. That's right. Snell, and Tyler Glasnow. So you do have two very important key pitchers still waiting to come in to the rotation, and that'll flip, especially when you start talking about playoffs and short series. So this will be a whole different thing once you start the playoffs start, when they get the rotation and got regular guys back. Just think of it. There's 4 guys right off the. You got Snell, I should say. Snell, Yamamoto, Skubal, Ohtani if they tend to go that way, or if they want to go with a 5th, they got Wroblewski or Glasnow. 1-2 the count to Suzuki. We're in the 6th inning. Cubs 6, Dodgers 1. Cubs still got both of their challenges left. Dodgers are down to 1 challenge. Hurts pitch on the way, swung on and fouled away on the fastball, so it's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and down he goes. So Hurt comes in and strikes out Suzuki for out number 1. And up comes Bregman to the plate. Alex Bregman, while waiting in, Hurt took a pitch, is swung on and missed, strike 1 on the changeup. One pitch, a changeup. 1 ball, 1 strike to Bregman. We're in the 6th inning with 1 out. Cubs leading 6-1. On a game that saw Shohei get his 25th home run to start this game, his 29th as a Dodger on leadoff. There's a ground ball hit sharply, nicely fielded by Muncy. Cranks it up, throws him out to Kike at first base, and there's now 2 outs. And once again, the Dodgers are on the verge of getting out the Cubs in order. They haven't done it all game. Let's see if they can do it now. Hurt facing Kelly. Kelly's 2 for 3 in this game. 2 outs in the 6th. I have a feeling Hurt's going to do it. Thanks for the update, D-Rock, on Glasnow. Here's a pitch swung on a first ball swing and a high fly ball. Pages coming in. He's there. He's got it. And the first time the Dodgers get the Cubs out in order. And the score after 6 complete in Wrigley Field, the Cubs 6, the Dodgers 1. And coming up for the Dodgers, it'll be the top of the order in Ohtani, Pages, and Hernandez. I'll be right back after this very short timeout. So as we get ready for the top of the 7th inning, it'll be the top of the order for the Dodgers. And Ohtani facing Ferguson. So Ferguson will be out there for his 2nd inning of work. He threw 13 pitches in the 6th inning to get out of it. Check that. Can't be. Let me see. Okay. 14 pitches. So looking around the Cubs field, let's see, Wrigley Field, it's about 80% full. Last night there wasn't an empty seat in the house. It was packed to the rafters to see Skubal. The pitch on the way to Ohtani's taken low for ball 1 on the slider. Ohtani 2 for 3, a solo home run. He struck out and he also singled. 1-0 pitch swung on and missed on the changeup. It's now 1-1. So right now is the time for the Dodgers from the top of the order to make this game interesting. Let's get back in it. Pitch is taken outside, a fastball for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to Ohtani. We're in the 7th inning, 6-1. Dodgers trailing the Cubs. Swung on and fouled away. It's now 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes to Ohtani. Swung on and missed, and down goes Ohtani on the sweeper for out number 1. And up comes Pages to the plate. So Shohei swung at a ball that may indeed have been just that, a ball. And there's out number 1 recorded. And Pages, 1 for 3 with a single, steps in. Pitches low, strike. It's a strike on a cutter. So 0-1 the count to Pages. Pitch on the way is taken for called strike 2 on the sweeper. Oh-2 the count to Pages. The pitch is out. They're going to check over at first on the half swing. They're going to say no swing, so it's 1-2 now. The 1-2 pitch swung on and fouled away on the fastball, 96-mile-an-hour fastball, so Ferguson's dealing. One ball, 2 strikes to Pages. Pitch is inside, fouled away near the plate. Count remains 1-2. 1 out, we're in the 7th inning in a 6-1 Cubs lead. One-two pitch is way outside for ball 2 on a 2-2 count. So Shohei leads this game off in the 1st inning, gets a solo home run, and after that, it's been pretty much all Cubs as they lead 6-1. This pitch is way outside for ball 3. But when I say it's been all Cubs, that's on the scoreboard. Dodgers have battled tough, have gotten 9 hits. But they just can't figure out how to get past the plate. There's a swing and a miss. It's foul. It should foul along the Cubs dugout. And that was very close to nailing the Cubs manager at Pages on that swing. So the count is now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Seventh inning, 1 out, 6-1 Cubs lead. Pages hanging tough at the plate. Swung on and missed, and down he goes on the fastball, 97-mile-an-hour fastball. So with 2 outs in the 7th, up comes Kike in his first appearance as a hitter in today's game, subbing in for Freddie Freeman at first base. Kike in 7 games, hitting .313, 1 home run and 2 ribbies. Way outside for ball 1. One-0 pitch swung on. There was a high fly ball. Under it is Taylor in center. He'll make the catch, and that'll do it for the Dodgers in the 7th. The score after 6.5, Cubs 6, Dodgers 1. We move to the 7th inning stretch. So while we're in the 7th inning stretch, it's for the Cubs in the bottom of the 7th. It'll be Bush, Hoerner, and Happ, Ian Happ, coming up. And if anybody gets on, Dansby Swanson. Always figures that every time you turn around, Swanson's on deck or Crow Armstrong's coming up. It's been that kind of a series for the Dodgers versus the Cubs, just as Rafaela for the Red Sox center fielder wore out the Dodgers in that 3-game series. Swanson and Crow Armstrong have pretty much done the same in this series. So Hurt, who got the Cubs out for the first time this game in order, is now going to be facing Bush, and Hurt will stay out there. It's got to be something like that, Braxton. There has to be something like that with kryptonite and what happened to the Dodgers. But this is something that, like you've been saying this whole game, talk to me in October. Where's James going to be in October? 6-1, Cubs lead. 6 hits, 6 runs, 12 hits and no errors. Dodgers 1 run, 9 hits and no errors as we move to the bottom of the 7th inning. And Bush will be facing Hurt. Pitch on the way from Hurt is outside. Slider missing for ball 1. Strike 1. Check that. They called that a strike. So 0-1 the count to Bush. Pitch is swung on. There's a shot hit, base hit in front of Call, who's now in center field. Taking over for Pages. And there's 1 on with no outs in the 7th inning, and up comes Hoerner. So Hoerner, 2 for 3, 2 singles and a run scored in this game. Seeing if he can add to that. Pitch is taken for a strike, 96 mile an hour. Got you right on that one, Braxton. We need that motivational, pumped up Tommy Lasorda speech right now. Needs to motivate. Get this team moving in the right direction. Dodgers will have a long flight from Chicago to Arizona to think about it before hitting the field on Friday night. There's a swing and a shot. It's going to go and hit in left field and bounce and land in the ivy. Let's see. No, he didn't. He got the ball, threw it in, but by the time he does, a rounding third and scoring is Bush, and the Cubs now lead 7-1 on the double by Hoerner. So Hoerner's now 3 for 4, standing at second base. Initially, that ball looked like it was going to be stuck in the ivy, but to no avail did they go with that, because it went in the ivy and went down. Oh, I see what it did. It landed on the top. That's why I initially got fooled. It landed on the top of the ivy, and then it trickled down from the ivy. That's when Edman held up his hands in the outfield saying, hold everything, hold everything. There's a manager's challenge now on that. So let's see if old Doc Roberts can get that run taken away from the Cubs and make Bush go back to third base. Right now we're involved in a manager's challenge. So the ball bounces just before it hits the ivy. It goes in the ivy and kind of dies there. By the time Edman came out of it, it trickled out of the bottom of the ivy, and now that's what the discussion is about. So that's the first time I've seen that one happen. It short hopped the ivy, bounced on top, and then came down and got lost in the ivy as it trickled down the ivy, and they're going to look at it and see what's going to happen here. Usually on these manager challenges, you can pretty much predict how it's going to go. This one I don't have a clue on. I could honest. Call confirmed, so Los Angeles loses the challenge, and I think it's because Edman took a while to get there. Had he been looking for it just a little bit closer, then they think they would have allowed it. It's the only thing I can figure, as it'll remain 7-1 in the seventh inning. So Hoerner at second, Happ to the plate. The pitch taken for called strike one on the changeup. Oh and 1 the count. Happ is 0 for 3. He's like a kid in a candy store outside looking in on all of these Cubs hits. There's a pitch swung on and fouled away. Oh and 2 the count to Happ. No outs. We're in the seventh inning of the Cubs leading 7-1. Pitches way high on the fastball. 96 mile an hour fastball for ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Happ. The 1-2 pitch swung on and missed, and down goes Happ. And Happ is the only Cub in the lineup to not get a hit today. Everybody else has gotten hits. The Cubs have gotten 14 hits, and Ian Happ has had a donut at the plate. Pitch is way high, changeup, 88 mile an hour changeup for ball one. Seventh inning, 1 out, 1 on, and Swanson at the plate. He's 1 for 3 in this game. Hertz thrown 21 pitches. Hoerner away from second. Just got in a couple of runs on that double. It got in a run on the double. So it's 7-1. The pitch is swung on and missed. It's now 1-1. You're right, James. They didn't win it. Pitch on the way, swung on. There's a ground ball hit sharply up. Muncy tries to backhand it and can't. And Swanson's aboard. So now, with 1 out, 2 on. It was a tough play as he was moving to foul territory for Muncy to handle anyways. And the ball just trickled off and up his arm and into foul territory. And let's see, we got Taylor now coming to the plate. But before that, Doc Roberts is going to come out and make a pitching change right here, right now. So that'll do it for Hurt as he leaves. And let's see who the Dodgers are going to get in here. Enriquez is done. Hold it. Hernandez is coming in. So out goes Hurt, and in comes Hernandez. So for the Dodgers, they didn't want to go to the bullpen too early. They have wound up using, 1, 2, 3 pitchers in the bullpen. Lauer started, then they went to Henriquez, then to Hurt, and then Hernandez. So all 3 guys from the bullpen start with the letter H today that they've used. And then Hernandez will be facing Taylor. Meanwhile, the Dodgers, as we have this pitching change here, the Dodgers are down to their last 6 outs in this game. Trailing by 6 runs. Henriquez comes in with his 7.32 ERA, 17 strikeouts, 12 walks, and 4 home runs allowed. The pitch on the way to Taylor. Taken for called strike 1. Waiting on deck, Crow Armstrong. Tyrone Taylor, 1 for 2 with a single. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on. There's a little number foul. It's now 0-2 on the sinker. To the count to Taylor. 1 out in the 7th inning, 2 on. There's a high fly ball. That's going to be playable. Waiting out there and left to make the catch is Edman. And there's now 2 outs, and up comes Crow Armstrong. Crow Armstrong, 3 for 4 in today's game. He's got 2 home runs and a double. He was on pace to hit for the cycle. That's gone. So, in the end, it was just too much. Crow Armstrong and Swanson. Here's a pitch, first ball swinging, a high pop-up. Dodgers will get out of it. Muncy waiting behind the mound to make the catch, and that'll do it. So Crow Armstrong let out a huge growl in disgust when he popped that up. And the score, after 7 complete innings in Wrigley Field, the Cubs 7, the Dodgers 1. I'll be right back after this short timeout.
never last for my in a real quick break now. You hear the best and play by play. But they ain't gon' sing it right if I mean it. You know, the say you was only done now. My name you was skill is never and I save it up, you put it and go. But never last.
Okay, back to live action as we move into the top of the 8th inning. For the Dodgers, Edman will be leading off. And then followed by Tucker and then Mookie Betts. So Cubs, 7 runs, 14 hits, and no errors. The Dodgers, 1 run, 9 hits, and 1 error. And up comes Caleb, pitcher for the Cubs, coming in. Pitches taken for ball 1. Welcome in, Chicago Bears 85. Good to see you come out of hibernation with the Cubs leading 7-1, on the verge of sweeping the Dodgers, and they're bringing out the past glory. Chicago Bears 85 is in the chat. Pitch on the way, swung on and missed. Actually swung on and fouled in hard into near the Cubs dugout. Tommy Edman, 2-1 the count. Two one, pitch is taken for strike 2. 2 strikes, 2 balls. Thielbar on the mound. Pitch is swung on and fouled away. Two balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Start of the 8th inning. Tommy Edman waiting in. The 2-2 pitch, way outside for ball 3. So Caleb to the mound. The pitch swung on and fouled away. So Caleb, the second most famous Caleb in Chicago, with the arrival of Caleb Williams for the Bears. 3-2, the count to Edman. Caleb to the windup. The pitch swung on and high fly ball waiting for it there in left field to make the catch is Happ, and there's 1 out. 1 out in the 8th. Cubs leading 7-1, and up comes Kyle Tucker to the plate. Tucker is 0 for 3, hitting .241. Tucker has popped out and flied out twice. Cubs fans continuously giving him the boos as he comes to the plate. Yesterday's game was a nicely played game by Tucker, with the exception of that ball he should have caught in right field. Other than that, he had a fairly good game for him. 0-1 the count. He takes a called strike 1 here. Caleb working quickly. The 10th pitch on the way, way high and inside. On his 10th pitch, it's ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. I mispronounced Caleb now. The pitch on the way, swung on and missed. 1-2. Harry Carey. So now the count is 1-2 to Tucker. 1 out, we're in the 8th inning. The pitch is low, curveball, 2-2. Caleb, okay, that's right, Caleb, okay. Caleb's pitch on the way, swung on and base hit, whacked into center field. And Tucker's aboard. So a 1-out base hit into center field, and up comes Mookie Betts to the plate. Pitch is swung on and whacked into left field for a base hit by Mookie Betts, and now the Dodgers got 2 on with 1 out. You're right there, 85 Bears. The McCaskies are notorious for not paying their players. Amazing. They had the #1 offensive player and defensive player in Dick Butkus and Gale Sayers on the same team in the 70s and still couldn't do anything. Incredible. Pitch to Muncy is way inside for ball 1. Muncy to the plate, 0 for 3 in this game. Khalib to the ball, pitches low. So now it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Muncy. The 1-1 pitch to Muncy, swung on, and a high fly ball. Back goes Suzuki to the wall. It's gone! Home run, 3-run home run by Muncy. And the Dodgers trying to come back on their late surge, his 22nd home run of the year. So the Dodgers got something to work on, a 413-foot home run. And just like that, the Dodgers are back in it, 7-4. So the gong has been gonged, the drums have been banged, and the Dodgers get off the deck with a 3-run shot. It's now 7-4, and up comes Miguel Rojas. Max Muncy's 22nd home run. And in the bullpen is Ryan working out. Again, another guy's name I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce with James in the chat room. So we're going by first names. Shota to Caleb to Ryan warming up in the bullpen. Pitch is taken for strike 1. Ryan Z, we'll call him. Rojas, 1 for 3. 0-1 the count. The pitch is swung on. There's a shot, base hit. It's going to go to the... didn't go to the wall, but Miguel Rojas take a big turn around first base and think otherwise. Cut off nicely by Ian Happ there in left field, stopping it from going to the wall. And now the Dodgers have the tying run on deck. And up comes Teoscar. So Teoscar's going to pinch hit now. Remember, they were only in the 8th inning, in the 8th inning. Dodgers still have 5 outs to give. Trailing now 7-4, and they're moving around in the Cubs dugout and the bullpen. Some action started. Teoscar to the plate. So 1 on, 1 out. We're in the 8th inning. So Caleb's definitely got the attention here of the Cub fans, who are pretty much packing it away, ready to head on out to Addison, to Waverland Avenue, and enjoy the nightclubs. Not so fast, my friend, in a 7-4 game. Manager coming out now to take him out, so he's done. And they're going to Ryan Z in the bullpen for the Cubs on that 3-run home run by Muncy that shook things up. And we have not seen James sighting at all. Don't know where he's at. Where's James, as Braxton wants to know. So we're involved in a little pitching change here as the Dodgers' Max Muncy woke up this crowded Wrigley Field, who had already put this game on ice as a W. Not so fast. Hold that W flag from being waving over Wrigley, as the Dodgers now have 13 hits. Can you believe that? 4 runs, 13 hits, and 1 error. The Cubs, 7 runs, 14 hits, and no errors. So the Dodgers only have 1 fewer hit than the Cubs at this point, but 3 fewer runs. That's where it all counts at. And let's see if Teoscar can make this even more interesting, as he'll be coming up. Batting for the catcher, Fiducia. And waiting on deck is Shohei Ohtani. So with 1 out, you can best bet Ohtani is providing it. Hernandez doesn't hit into a double play. We'll see Shohei at the plate with one on. So Shohei, the tying run on deck. Teoscar now coming to the plate. In 79 games, hitting .256, 11 home runs and 41 ribbies. Just do not hit into a double play. The pitch is swung on way out of the strike zone for strike 1. A little bit over enthusiastic is Teoscar on that first pitch. So Ryan comes in here with a 3.58 ERA, trying to settle things down. Dodgers got Rojas at first. The pitch is swung on and fouled away, and suddenly it's a 0-2 count. 97-mile-an-hour fastball. As D-Rock called it, the instant spark plug at first base in Rojas, and Ohtani waiting on deck. 0-2 the count to Hernandez. The 0-2 pitch swung on way out of the strike zone and missed, and down he goes on 3 pitches, and 2 of them were way out of the strike zone. So with 2 outs, up comes Shohei Ohtani, who has struck out twice in this game himself. He also has singled and homered. So let's see what you're going to do, Shohei. The lights are the brightest right now as he steps in a key situation in this game. Pitch is taken way outside for ball 1 on the fastball. Shohei having his bat, waving it back and forth, waiting in. Ryan digging in, 2 outs. The pitcher on the way. Pitch is taken for called strike 1 on the fastball. So Shohei being a little bit more selective now at the plate. Now that these at-bats mean something. When they were trailing 6-1, you didn't see this same dialed-in Shohei that you see now. 7-4 Cubs lead. The pitch is way inside, and it's now 2-1 on the fastball. So Ryan Z's throwing back and dealing some heat at 97 miles an hour facing Ohtani. He's saying, here's my fastball. Look at it. Try to hit it. Pitch is swung on. There's a high fly ball. Back goes left fielder Happ to the wall. Forget about it. It's gone. And just like that, oh no, wait a minute. They're trying to, there's confusion whether it's a home run to Ohtani. Stops at second. They're saying, no, you hit a home run, Shohei, go. His 26 in this game is 7-6. Can you believe that? 7-6 on a 2-run home run by Shohei Ohtani. And I got some drums to bang right now. Incredible. Shohei stopped at second thinking it was a ground rule double, The ump looks at him saying, "What are you doing? Get your butt in the dugout." This pitch is to call is way inside for ball one, and the Cub fans are stunned in stony silence. The last time I can recall the Cub fans being this shell-shocked, there was a man by the name of Steve Bartman in left field in the stands. A pitch on the way is way inside. It hits call and calls aboard with a walk, and the ghost of Steve Bartman has suddenly appeared as the Cubs appear to be snake-bitten, leading 7-1 going into this inning. It's fallen apart. The Dodgers have scored 5 runs and have come off the deck. There's 2 outs in the 8th. 7-6, Dodgers trail the Cubs by 1, and up comes Kike. And the pitching coach for the Cubs is now going out to have a few words with Ryan Z at the mound. This game is totally flipped, and James has not been seen since Ohtani's 2-run home run. Seven to 6, Dodgers trail by 1, scoring 5 runs in a wild 8th inning, and the wind isn't even blowing out. Kike coming up, he's 0 for 1, flied out. Now, old Doc wishes he hadn't have pulled Freddie Freeman. No knock on Kike, but he's not Freddie Freeman, and he's in playing for him now. Pitch on the way, they're going to throw over to first base to make sure Call gets back. So Doc was somewhat waving the white flag when he pulled Freddie Freeman. He also pulled Pages. So that's why it's Kike now at the plate instead of Pages. Pitch is high for ball 1. So he pulls Freddie Freeman and Pages when the Dodgers were lifeless, sleepwalking through the game, and suddenly Max Muncy gave him a charge from beyond with a 3-run shot to start this mess. And then Rojas, there's a foul ball back. Rojas gets a base hit, and Shohei hits a 2-run homer. So now warming up in the Cubs bullpen is Ryan Rollinson. There's a Ryan's name I can pronounce the last name of. So Ryan Z on the mound struggling. Ryan Rollinson in the bullpen for the Cubs warming up. The 1-1 pitch swung on and fouled back and out of play. So the tying run is aboard at first base for the Dodgers. 2 outs in the 8th inning. Alex Call got the walk. Oh no, he got hit by a pitch. Check that. He got pitched, hit by a pitch. Now the Cub fans are all on their feet, standing ovation now, trying to implore Ryan Z to get to the finish line here. Even though it's only the 8th inning, the 1-2 pitch is way outside, all the way to the backstop, and running around is Call. Now the tying run is in scoring position. So Ryan Z tried to get a little bit too much on that pitch, and it got away from Kelly behind the plate. He couldn't handle it. It's getting wild here right now in Wrigley. Hold on to your beers, Cubs fans. This game isn't over. Even if they get Kike out, they still got 3 more outs to go in the 9th inning. So the 2-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. They get Kike, but not before the Dodgers come off the deck with 5 runs, 2 home runs, a 3-run shot by Muncy, a 2-run shot by Shohei, and it's 7-6 Cubs lead. The line now after 8 innings, Cubs 7 runs, 14 hits and no errors. Dodgers 6 runs, 14 hits and 1 error. So for the Cubs, they'll be now sending out Suzuki, Bregman, and Kelly to try to at least get some insurance runs. Never thought we'd be saying that as we went into the 8th inning. And now we see James has reappeared. So he's been given life support, been given some smelling salts. He's back in the chat. And the 85 Bears are calling for the bums in the bullpen. So excitement has suddenly happened. We got finally some action happening. It's happening, it's happening, it's all happening right now in Wrigley Field. And who are the Dodgers going to send out now from the bullpen? Don't think they'll go with Diaz. He got roughed up last night. Just got to hold off the Cubs from scoring anything more else. So Braxton's starting to feel that James is feeling a little stressed. As the Dodgers still down by 1 run, but they're not dead yet. Let's see if they can carry it. And by the way, let's see. So Kike made the last out. So looking ahead to the 9th inning. Kike hitting in the number 2. No, he was hitting for Freeman. So for the Dodgers in the 9th, it'll be Edman, Tucker, and Betts. And if anybody gets on, Max Muncy. Hold on to your seats. Don't go anywhere. The man that just hit the 3-run home run to wake things and shake things up in this game is 4th in the lineup for the Dodgers in the 9th inning. So, and now let's see. So we got Evan Phillips now coming in for the Dodgers out of the bullpen. It has gotten wild. Never give up. Don't ever give up. Never give up is the mantra call right now, as Teoscar will now stay in left field. Tommy Edman moves over to center. And they get a new catcher now too. And Evan Phillips. So 1, 2, 3, 4 new defensive players coming in for the Dodgers with a little shift of the center fielder. Evan Phillips to Suzuki. Looks in. The pitch on the way. Low for ball 1 on the sweeper. One ball, no strikes to Suzuki. He's 1 for 4 in this game. Pitch is taken for called. Oh, they called that a ball. That looked like it was a strike. Luckily, Cubs get a break. Meanwhile, they're breaking out with their windbreakers now, it looks like, and moving around with a little rain happening. 2-0 count. The pitch is taken low for ball 3 as the rain starts to come down a little bit heavier, and the Cub faithful are running for cover. Bregman waiting on deck. Evan Phillips trying to gather himself. The 3-0 pitch. There's a foul ball. Let's see. It's going to go out of. Whoa, it's waiting at first base. Is Kike waiting. He's got it in fair territory for out number 1. So Evan Phillips, Suzuki did him a favor by swinging at that pitch and fouling out. So now there's 1 out in the 8th. The rain continues to come down a little harder. Suzuki's looking puzzled as to what's going on. Cub faithful hiding, trying to hide out under anything that'll give them shelter. Ponchos, umbrellas, running under the stands. 1 out in the 8th inning, 7-6. Cubs trying to hold on as Evan Phillips is now pitching to Bregman. The pitch on the way. Taken for called strike 1 on the fastball. No balls, 1 strike. Bregman is 1 for 4 in this game. So right now, who would have thunk it that the Cubs would be fighting for their lives? There's a pitch way out of the strike zone for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. One and 1 the count to Bregman. The pitch. Swung on. There's a high fly ball. Moving out is Rojas. Coming in is Edman in center to make the catch. And there's now 2 outs. So 1 more out. Dodgers got to get this 1 out. Don't allow any more runs in, and then they can get their bats swinging. D-Rock holding onto his rally bat now as we move to the, shortly move into the 9th inning. Carson Kelly's 2 for 2, 2 singles. 2 outs in the 8th inning. 7-6, the Cubs lead. But believe it or not, it was 7-1 going in to the 8th inning. Dodgers got a 3-run home run by Muncy, a 2-run home run by Ohtani, and that's where we're at right now, 7-6. Pitch is first ball swinging, swung on and fouled back and out of play by Kelly. Oh, and 1 the count to Kelly. Pitch Swung on. There's a line shot. Base hit. Whacked into center field. Is it going to go? Cut off nicely by Edman. He'll hold him to a long single. And Kelly's aboard. Okay, Bush now coming to the plate. So 2 out, 1 on. Cubs leading 7-6. And with that, they're going to bring in a pinch runner. Dreyer now warming up in the Dodger bullpen. Hopefully Phillips can, nope, they're going to go to Dreyer as Roberts is out there now. So that's it. We're involved in a pitching change and in Dreyer's coming. Okay, so old Doc is rolling the dice now, bringing in Dreyer. It just needs 1 out to get out of this inning in a 7-6 wild game. The script has been flipped. Dodgers were given away and left for dead as we went into the 8th inning, trailing 7-1. Muncy hits that 3-run shot. Ohtani hits a 2-run home run that he thought was a double. They said, no, keep running. What are you doing? And now it's 7-6. Now with that single, the Cubs now have 15 hits. So this has been a hit parade. 29 hits in this game. 15 by the Cubs, 14 by the Dodgers. And Dreyer will soon be facing Bush. So 7-6. The rain has ceased. It's kind of stopped now. Cub fans have returned back to their seats. Jack Dreyer now ready to serve up to Bush to the plate. Michael Bush, 2 for 4, the single and a run scored in this game. 2 outs in the 8th, 1 on. Cubs 7, Dodgers 6. The pitch is taken for called strike 1 on the 94-mile-an-hour fastball. So the count is now 0-1 to Bush. So Bush, one of 5 Cubs with multi-hits in this game. Pitch is swung on and missed. It's now 0-2 on the slider. Hold on to your seats. Don't go away. This game, as we'll see soon for the Dodgers, a reminder, it'll be Edman, Tucker, and Betts coming to the plate. And if any one of those guys gets on, Max Muncy waiting in the hole. Dreyer looks down. The 0-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and popped up, and Braxton's going to call it correctly. Muncy's riding under it at third base. He's got it, and Braxton is correct on that one. And that'll do it. After 8 complete innings in Wrigley Field, the score, the Cubs 7, Dodgers 6. And the Cubs are going to their big gun right now, bringing them in out of the bullpen. So Edman, Tucker, and Betts, who don't go anywhere. So the Cubs have used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pitchers in this game. The Dodgers have used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pitchers in this game. We couldn't get any closer. Let's see, how many strikeouts combined do they have? The Dodger pitchers have struck out 6. The Cubs have struck out 11. No walks. Amazingly, the Cubs pitchers all of their pitchers have not allowed a walk. Dodgers, the same thing. When was the last time you've seen so many pitchers used in a game and neither of them have allowed a walk in the game? There's an interesting stat right there thrown at you. 3 home runs the Cub pitchers have given up. The Dodger pitchers have only given up 2 home runs. 14 hits the Cubs have allowed. Dodger pitchers have allowed 15 hits, given up 7 runs. Dodgers, so they're deadlocked. This is a very close game, but it's a 1-run lead, and the Cubs lead it. You got to respect that. As Chicago Bears 85 recognizing Tucker is very dangerous because of the boos. Let's see if that spurs him on. He did hit a home run yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before? These days are running close together. But he did get one. I think it was yesterday's game. So it comes down to this right here, right now. Put up or shut up. And Webb is coming in to pitch right now. So Webb comes in a tough, tight situation. Edman to the plate. The pitch is taken for ball 1 on the curveball. So Jacob Webb, he was in last night, recognized the big skull tattoo on his left arm, bicep. Pitch on the way is taken for strike 1, fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. And they're going to challenge, Dodger challenge. It's going to be a ball. So a nicely used challenge by the Dodgers on that one. Instead of being 1-1, it's now 2-0. So that's the way to do it. So the Tyne runs at the plate. He's now got 2 balls on him. No strikes. The pitch swung on. There's a ground ball hit sharply down to the first baseman. He's going to underhand Webb coming across for the 3-1 put out. And there's 1 out for the Dodgers in the 9th inning. So up comes Kyle Tucker now. He's been booed the whole series long. And he's being rousefully booed right now. Rousing boos of Tucker as he comes in. He's got a single and a run in this game. We just need 1 Dodger to get on to give Muncy another shot at it. And Tucker's to the plate now. 7-6 Cubs lead. 1 out. We're in the 9th inning. Webb to the mound. The pitch swung on and missed. A big swing by Tucker for strike 1 on the changeup. Oh, 0-1 the count to Tucker. The pitch is low for ball 1, a changeup. Waiting on deck, Mookie Betts. Pitch is swung on. There's a little check swing, quickly handled, barehanded, throw it over to first for the out. So that was Bregman coming over from third base to barehand that right behind the pitcher's mound to throw quickly over, and now the Dodgers are down to their last out, and up comes Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts, 4 for 4 in the game, coming up. So Mookie coming up, facing Webb right now. Dodgers 1 out away from being swept, and it's taken for strike 1. More importantly, a 6-game losing streak. And now it's 0-1 the count. Webb starting to feel a little more confidence. All the Cub faithful have returned after the rain's little drizzle. Count is ball is way outside and a sweeper for ball 1. Mookie, once again, he's 4 for 4 today with a single and a run. The Cub fans are all chanting, "Let's go Cubbies." A pitch is taken outside, a fastball for ball 2. Max Muncy on deck. The man that got everything started with that 3-run home run in the 8th inning, waving the bat back and forth on the on-deck circle. 2 balls, 1 strike to Betts. The pitch, way outside for ball 3. 1 ball away from getting Mookie Betts aboard and giving Muncy a chance at the plate. The 3-1 pitch. Swung on, and there's a high fly ball in. Coming quickly is the outfielder Happ to make the catch, and that'll do it. The Cubs win. The Cubs win, and this game is over. They sweep the Dodgers. Final score for the Cubbies to win it: 7 runs, 15 hits, and no errors. Dodgers 6 runs, 14 hits, and 1 error. Dodgers battled back, showed a lot of heart, but it's still in the end a loss. They get swept in this game, this series. They drop 6 straight. They have tomorrow off, and they'll be playing against the Diamondbacks on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And they got a whole lot to work on before then. So the winning pitcher will be Shota. Shota gets the win. His record now improves to 8-9 with a 3.60 ERA. Losing pitcher will be Lauer. He goes to 6-6 with a 4.89 ERA. The save goes to Webb. His 6th save, as his ERA will go to 2.49. So that'll do it from the Windy City, the city of broad shoulders, the friendly confines of Wrigley Field. The final score from Chicago: the Dodgers drop to the Cubs 7, the Dodgers 6. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. I'll be here all year long bringing you Dodger baseball. The final score, as we bid you a pleasant good day to you wherever you may be. Turn out the lights. This game is over. Have yourself a tremendous rest of the day wherever you may be. And thank you for watching.
Play what crazy game does this to many great plays, and now it's time to turn out the lights. The game is over. Bid you a pleasant good night, and free you may be. Turn out the lights again. The game is all over for you. Turn out the lights, game's over. You think you're kicking con, and you do give up. The game like the light, the game's over. He doesn't get up a man with the key. You deal with the stop, but nothing can last. And I promise that I can't be over. I get something on me when it's on.
Turn out the lights, the game's over. They say that all good games must end. Call it a night, the game's over. And tomorrow starts a new game. Never lost all the call in the play-by-play. What a crazy game. Never seen so many great plays. And now it's time to turn the lights. The game is over, who's never lost no more. Bid you a pleasing good night, every you may be. Turn out the lights, the game is all over. Greetings again to the park fun. I made the gusses electric. There I beside the mountain to the air. Chase side and life, it's joy. Me my boss to stop by coming. It's that the lights, the game's over. Improvise line was keep restrained. Call it a night, the game's over.